Okay, dog food. Dog food. Your boy had 5,000 back in the building with another podcast vloggy. You know, you got that dog food on the table. You know what I mean? Put the blood in it. You know what I mean? The regular type shit. You heard me. I ain't tapped in with y'all in a minute, so I know I'm out the addy. But what's happening, man? I got some shit I want to share with y'all, though. This one of them pop-up videos, because I just popped up out the blue before Thursday Night Football and said, I'm going to do a video, because I ain't been on in a few days. I've been slacking on my pimping, but it is what it is. I'm going to clap back. It is what it is. I'm going to clap back. God damn, you wrote this bitch big as a motherfucker. Almost. New bombshell. So, yeah. I'm waiting till some people get up in the chat, man. As y'all can see, man, I'm in the spot. I'm a little high because I'm sitting on another chair. So it ain't low. You see everything. But, yo, I'm in the spot. You see? I'm in the spotty. I'm in the spotty. I'm in the spotty. I'm in the spotty. I'm in the spotty chilling. In the spotty chilling like a villain. In the spot chilling like a villain. Grinded. You know what I mean? Grinding, 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 grinding. But I want some people to get up in the chat. But, hey, man, I've been a little off. But, man, hey, the internet's starting to buzz again. Like, the internet was a little cold. Shit was a little cold. Because, you know, when you in this vlogging thing, you got to cover so much stuff. But after a while, you just be like, bro, I ain't going to really just get to even. It don't matter. But, you know what I'm saying? You seen the description, man. I just got some things I want to speak on. I want to tackle some things. And I know y'all notice I've been really dry. 8-bit drinking. Real talk. Like, I think I'm a super podcast in season 6. Season 6, I think I'm a super podcast. I'm not drinking, and, you know, my shows going to be different. You know what I mean? You're going to be track my shows. Nobody. What we do Topic Tuesday, you ain't going to know what I'm doing it more than do tonight. Just know Topic Tuesday going to pop up on Tuesday, 8 o'clock, what it's supposed to. That's what we on, man. We got some topics, man. Share this live. Share this live, get into the chat. Like I said, I don't want to get too deep into my stories yet, into what I want to talk about yet, until people get in here and share this stuff. Share this stuff. Tap in with me. You just tapped in the Raw Dope Podcast vlog. And this is when I just cover news, sports, and entertainment. And, you know, I call people out on the fuck shit and the fake shit and the foolishness. Hey, season 6 is coming soon, baby. Them interviews is coming back. I'm going to get Liddy again on the interviews. Y'all already know that. So P. Diddy was back in court today. Diddy was back in court today, y'all. Let's see what's going on. Diddy was back in court today. It's been new bombshells dropping on Diddy. Diddy back in court today. You know what I mean? It's one of those ladies that hate. Nancy Grace hates Puff. This lady hates Diddy. She's taking it too far. I don't know if she's going for a award or not. But Diddy was in court today. Came in court smiling with the shackles on. His family was there. They did not talk about the bail. They did not talk about the bail, but they had a little this and that. But the court date was set for May the 5th, 2025. And this rumor said there's some new people being announced in this party. You know what I mean? It's rumors said, man, I heard rumors that Birdman supposed to be in one of these silver suits. And it's rumors said that it is celebrities reaching out to that big law firm out in Texas that has the Diddy case and is suing everybody. People are reaching out to settle out of court. People are reaching out to settle out of court. As we speak, people are reaching out to settle out of court. Real talk with this Diddy joint. People are reaching out to settle out of court. Point blank period. People are reaching out already. Hey, look, man, I'll give you this to settle out of court. So a lot of them cases going to get settled for some pennies. You know what I mean? But, I mean, what are they settling it for, man? You know what I mean? What are they settling it for? Cut that down for me in the back. What they settling for? You know what I mean? What they actually settling for? Real talk. What they settling for? That's what I want to know. Y'all like my picture? My camera? I mean, Frederick Douglass. Yeah, it's a nice little piece of artwork right there. Y'all like that? Every time I turn the camera around, that's what you're going to see. But let's go, man. Let's go. Let's get into Diddy first before we get into my man Hov. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up, Candy Cane?
Breaking news tonight.
Here it is.
Diddy, party, cocktail, cocaine, and horse trank. That's horse tranquilizer. Did he actually feed this to his guests? This while Sean Combs' mother drops a bombshell. Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. Thank you for being with us.
The biggest secret in the entertainment industry. The wall of silence has now been broken. Victims are coming forward. We now represent 120 individuals.
That boy out of Texas.
Pdiddy Combs, as well as claims against many other individuals and entities. The names that we're going to name are names that will shock you.
We understand that a lot of Hollywood celebrities are shaking in their boots because they know they are going to be named, not by the feds, by the civil lawyer.
That's what's critical.
And remember this, the prosecutors are held to a certain ethical duty as prosecutors. The civil arena is a whole nother animal. There is nothing to stop Busby from naming celebs, taking names, and naming them out loud. So we're waiting for the other shoe to drop. This
is
we
crazy.
learned that Diddy's party cocktail, that's certainly putting perfume on the pig. Some people call it the cocktail. Their words, not mine. Includes cocaine and horse trank. Listen.
Several of the individuals, and when I say several, I mean many, who did in fact seek medical treatment, were drug tested, and drugs were found in their system, weird drugs that you probably never heard of. One in particular that continues to pop up is a drug called jAYZ, or trank, which, based on our research, is known as a horse tranquilizer.
Horse tranquilizer.
Dang.
If it knocks out a horse, what does it do to a lady?
That's crazy.
Say average weight 105 to 125. What does that do to a human being? You heard Tony Busby, the civil lawyer, is getting
now they have horse tranquilizer
calls on a Diddy hotline. Refer to xylazine, known as trank. It's a veterinary tranquilizer. It's found in illicit drugs. And this is what we've learned from speaking to experts. It slows breathing, heart rate, and blood pressure to dangerously low levels. It's very hard to reverse. Overdose reversal meds like Narcan do not reverse the effects of xylazine. In other words, for instance, Prince, when he OD'd on an opiate, possibly fentanyl, Narcan, if he had had it, would have saved his life. If you OD on xylazine, there is not a drug reversal antidote.
Dang.
Joining me an all-star panel to make sense of what we know tonight. But first, straight out to Alex West joining us, investigative and entertainment reporter with The Mirror. Alex, thank you for being with us. Horse trank and cocaine at a party, and guests reportedly didn't know that they were being drugged with that.
Yeah, we've heard that over and over again in all the, not all, but at least a good part of the civil lawsuits that have come forward so far. We don't yet know how many of the 120
Boy, Diddy, man, God almighty,
will involve those drugs. It's also worth noting that when Diddy was arrested in the hotel room, allegedly there was a pink powder, an unidentified pink powder that was found in his hotel room.
And Dr. Bethany Marshall joining me, renowned psychoanalyst, joining us out of LA, author of Deal Breaker. You can see her now on Peacock. Bethany, I think twice before I even take a baby aspirin for
Bethany.
It's one thing
Even
if
Bethany
you
know.
take the drugs, but drugging someone else, especially without their knowledge, and using something as volatile as
if some of them people that wasn't doing, hold up, let me say this. Some of them people that wasn't, some of them people, if they would say they put horse tranquilizer on smack, some of those people that was getting drugged, if that man was putting horse tranquilizer in a body that don't use heroin, in a body that fucked up, they would have died, bro. You know how powerful horse tranquilizer is? You know how powerful horse tranquilizer is. If it can take down a horse, imagine what it's going to do to a woman. Somebody, people, hearts, and body can't take that. Some of this shit is bullshit.
Would do this? A psychopath, a sociopath, somebody who has no regard for others, somebody who's a sadist, as we've been talking about, that the infliction of cruelty makes him, that he enjoys doing that and putting them in humiliating positions. And then Nancy stalking them after this, because once he tapes them on the xylazine and the cocaine,
so he's saying everybody that was in the parties was hit with horse tranquilizers. I don't believe that.
So that he can use that video against them and stalk them for the rest of their lives.
Eric Faddis is joining me, a renowned trial lawyer, TV legal analyst.
Sometimes I want to know if they talking about Diddy, or I said, I wonder if they talking about Diddy, or just talking about some random nigga, because Diddy just don't come off as the nigga that's pressed, bro.
Aggravated assault. We typically think under the law of aggravated assaults, which in many jurisdictions carry 20 to life behind bars, as shooting somebody with a gun or stabbing them. They live. It's described as putting someone in fear of serious bodily harm, immediate fear. But in this case, it's not a knife, it's not a gun. It's horse trank mixed with cocaine. That's the allegation. That's a whole nother set of felony charges that, if this is proven, could nail Diddy.
Diddy putting a horse tranquilizer on the cocaine, and ain't nobody die, ain't nobody OD. Come on, man.
Sexual assault by coercion, so overcoming someone's will, and that's where these drugs come into play. Allegedly, they allowed Diddy to make sure that the victim could not consent, but also could not defend themselves. Really didn't know exactly what was going on, but was present enough to participate in the alleged sex
cocaine
act.
is a hyper drug, so you're not gonna tell me somebody off the coke don't know what's going on.
Death investigator, professor of forensics at Jacksonville State University, author of Blood Beneath My Feet, and star of the hit series Body Bags with Joseph Scott Morgan. Joe Scott, what is horse trank? I mean, look, if it knocks out a horse, what will it do to a person?
It'll take them down to their knees, Nancy. Xylazine is specifically what they're referring to in this particular case. And so it's used, it's a non-opiate related substance. So you're not talking about something necessarily like a fentanyl here, or like some kind of synthetic opiate. What we're talking about is something that it's expressly meant to use on equines, which are horses, in order to sedate them for surgery. So yeah, it can be. And here's another thing with xylazine. It can in fact be mixed with fentanyl, which makes it particularly dangerous. And they're seeing this out on the
Nobody
streets now.
never died off the shit. That's what I'm confused about. If you missing tranquilizer with cocaine, right, and you giving it to people who never did it before, it's a chance that they will die. It's a chance that they will die. It is a real chance that they will die. I just don't believe this shit, bro. I don't believe this shit. I never did coke, but coke pump your heart up. It's an uppity drug. So if you give that shit to somebody that never do it or used to it, they gonna fucking die.
My immediate reaction is, you can't prove it to a reasonable doubt, beyond a reasonable doubt, so don't put it in the pot. You know how it ruins a case when you have one weak link, the weak sister in the case? You have to get rid of that. You have to cut it out. But is there a way to prove it? Not just rumor, not just innuendo, not what 1,000 people say. It doesn't matter, because they don't know what the substance is. Clinically, scientifically. Look, let me put it like this. Okay. When I try a coke case, okay, we'd do a bust, there'd be a drug lord, we'd find the false wall, the fake wall, we'd find all the money and the drugs behind the wall, the dog would find it. I can't just say, hey, I found a bunch of white powder, convict him. All the defense would have to do is say, you know what, he hoards baby powder. They can say anything. But if you can't prove what the substance was, you don't have a case. Did you hear what Joe Scott Morgan just said? That the raid on Diddy's home What if that yielded horse trank? What can we do with that, Cheryl McCollum?
There's 4 things you can weave together. 1, some of these victims sought medical treatment. Those medical records and the result of that blood work they can get.
Okay.
You've got eyewitnesses at these parties. Perhaps they saw it.
Right.
Number 3, you've got the person that made the purchase. Keep in mind, Diddy didn't go out on the street and get cocaine and trank. He didn't. And all these folks that are associated with him that are now under this microscope, they are going to learn whoever talks first gets the deal. Somebody may very well come forward and explain what went down on top of what was seized during these raids. So all 4 of those things can paint a picture.
Cheryl. I can have 50 cops say, I saw him sell a hit. But if it's not tested at the lab, Cheryl, you still don't have a case.
Right.
Period. I hear what you're saying. Do you know he used it? Yes. Do I believe he used horse trank on victims? Yes. Does Joe Scott? Yes. Did they find it in his mansion? Maybe. Let's just pretend yes. I still can't prove what substance was administered to those party goers unless they were tested at the hospital.
Yep.
And it showed up. Just got Morgan joining me. I'm going to follow up.
Now that makes sense.
What you said,
If
Cheryl,
if this whole tranquilizer in the coat, why nobody went to the hospital?
It's not enough to bring a horse trank case. It's
Yeah,
just not
it's
enough against Diddy. We have to be realistic. We don't.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you.
Again, just got Morgan. I'm talking about horse trank being used on these victims.
Right.
Without their knowledge. What about this? A horse trank victim has stated, and I'll only call her Jessica, it eats your skin away and you just have a hole and then it leaves a scar. I know horse trank can cause ulcers, can cause actually like holes in your skin. Why? I mean, look, my first cousin is a horse trainer. Horses,
oh my God.
How much do they weigh, Jackie? I mean, hundreds and hundreds of pounds. Right. You know about Google, right? What, Liz? Oh, dear Lord in heaven. 2,000 pounds. If that can knock out a horse, what does it do to a person? So why would this trank cause ulcers, cause, as Jessica said, holes in her skin?
I gotta tell you, I have not heard this before, but
me neither.
Heard something similar.
I haven't heard this before either, y'all.
And I know that covering drug cases, you've encountered this with people that use injectables. If they skin pop, for instance, which means they don't go into a vein, they actually go into the sub-Q fat, and they start to inject this way. You can have ulcerated areas that will.
That's a repeat drug user, bro.
This drug being administered.
It's just not going to do you like that the first time.
I got to tell you, it doesn't sound like the normal course when you're trying to administer something that is the equivalent of, it's serving the same function as a date rape drug. So you would administer it.
I'm saying, let me break it down to y'all. I'm saying, if Diddy is sending, right, if Puff is paying people to go get his drugs, then his lawyer, his defense team can prove beyond a reasonable doubt he has no clue what's in his drugs. You know what I mean? Because I never went and purchased the drugs. I'm P. Diddy. These niggas is bringing the drugs back. I don't know what's in the drugs. I just don't. Who the fuck gets drugs? If you doing cocaine, you doing coke, you doing cocaine, you doing heroin, you doing speed, you doing methamphetamine. Who is fucking going to got a thing to say if it's real or not? You get what I'm saying? Who got a thing to say it's real or not? You going off of word of mouth. You know what I mean? They all the drugs in the world be cut up. So I don't know. I can't go with that because it's horse tranquilizer and a coke. That mean the motherfucker that's distributing the coke is cutting his coke with horse tranquilizer. That doesn't mean that I put the shit in the horse tranquilizer. Y'all already saying I don't go buy the drugs. I'm sending people to go buy the drugs. So obvious they know. I don't know, but I'm just sending you. I give you some money. Y'all want some weed? I don't know if it's the nigga that's selling the weed, cutting the weed. I don't know that.
Just horse trank, which reportedly Diddy's feeding to his guests. In order to sex assault.
You saying he feeding it to his guests? No, he giving them. You opening up your nose and you want some coke.
Skin wounds open sores,
Oh my
ulcers,
God.
and abscesses.
You
Now,
get abscesses and
while
open
his
sores from heroin after
party
repeatedly using it.
victims are suffering potential skin wounds, open
Like, come on,
sores,
bro.
and abscesses,
Like, come on,
he's
bro.
not worried. He's chillaxing with some mango, people. Check it out.
Yo, this lady funny.
I just want it bad, you feel me? And I'm going to allow myself to not have mango. So I hustle hard, you know what I'm saying?
They got the man playing this tape. I don't believe it, bro. Yo, Diddy. Yo, I'm not laughing, right? If that is victims and stuff, but I'm just laughing. Yo, Diddy's a funny motherfucker, bro. If y'all don't
These
think...
people who know who they are should just
Here we
come
go.
forward now.
But they saying
I would
Birdman.
imagine, as we speak here, there are a myriad of people who are very nervous.
This is
You
crazy.
can't hide skeletons in the closet forever. I would expect there are many people out there right now who are desperately searching their memories as they delete their text and data.
We are learning that his, Tony Busby's, hotline was besieged with 12,000 calls in just
12,000 calls.
24 hours.
Do y'all believe that they date raped 12,000 victims?
In 24
How many of these
hours,
people do you
less
really
than
think that really
24
something really
hours.
happened
I
to?
wonder if any of those
Come on,
calls
man.
were from Hollywood
Come on,
celebrities.
man.
Listen.
Come on.
If you were attending one of these parties, if you will, and you attended before, or you knew what was going to happen, that is, you knew that a particular drug was being used in drinks that was causing people.
You go to all parties and drugs and drinks are
be
being
coerced
used.
and taken advantage
What are we
of,
talking
and you were
about?
there
Stop
in the
it.
room, or you participated, or you watched it happen and didn't say anything, or you helped cover it up. In my view, you have a problem.
Yeah. That's to you, celebs in Hollywood. That is Tony Busby.
I don't understand, bro. This shit is. Hey, yo, hit that like button for me, man. Like this video, man. Like this live for me, man. Get me in the algorithm. Can I get a like? Like, share, hit that notification button, comment. I talk back.
Lynn, 12,000 calls.
12,000 calls, bro.
After our last program.
You mean to tell me Diddy
Horse trank,
over the last 30 years done drug 12,000 people?
I don't even know where to start with this, but bring back Dr. Bethany right now because I need a shrink over this dirty Diddy. First of all, let's focus
Dirty
on the
Diddy.
xylazine. Has anybody seen the images coming out of Kensington, Pennsylvania? Because that is what traditionally media shows you. People just flat out in the streets, bend over from the waist, nobody immobilized, nobody moving. Now, I know this is a family program, Nancy. However, we are hearing it's injected also mixed with other drugs, rendering people, they can't move. So let's talk about that. And yes, we work with law enforcement here at the Warriors, and they tell us this is the biggest thing going on, DEA also, that they don't know what to do about this trend. It makes your skin fall off. We have seen this over and over.
Does it make your skin,
So
listen, y'all keep saying the horse trank make your skin fall off. The horse trank is going to make your skin fall off if you are a IV drug user. At these Hollywood parties, I just don't got, this is not a Ozzy Osbourne party. This is not a Kiss party. This is not the Gorillaz party. This is not an Elton John party. This is not a goddamn Rick James party where they shooting up. This is a party where liquor, marijuana, cocaine, ecstasy, and Molly is. This is that type of party. What these people are trying to paint an image with Diddy is as if he's selling smack on the streets and is fucking people up. Your veins and shit ain't gonna get fucked up the first time you took something. And if you never took nothing in your fucking life and somebody gave it to you without you willingly knowing, without your brain being fucked up, it'd have been a lot of ODs, bro. How many ODs have they had at this party if people doing this shit? You know what I'm saying? It is a fact that cocaine is a live drug. What I'm saying to everybody is, get this in your mind. How can y'all say, if y'all sing in one voice, Diddy sends people to get his drugs, he sends people to do anything. Okay, y'all said that. Okay, all right, that's true. How do I know what's in the drugs? How do I know what's in the drugs? If I'm partying, you know what I mean, trying to do whatever I'm doing. How do I know what the distributor are putting in the drugs? How I even know that how even the dude that's going to get the drugs know what something that's packaged up getting? When you do drugs, bro, you pray to God and hope that you're getting the right thing. But people play games, cut drugs up, put different shit in drugs. I don't think that a motherfucker should be charged with that. Unless you catch me at the table with the cocaine and a horse tranquilizer and see me putting it together, then you can say I put it in there. Man, them goddamn Mexican cartel niggas put that shit in there. Whoever, I don't know, but I didn't put it in there. I'm not no chemist. Diddy not a street dude. You know what I'm saying? Diddy not a street dude. Diddy not a chemist. Dude, Diddy not even hanging around no cold-blooded gangsters because gangsters are too dangerous. Like, come on, man. They trying to paint the wrong
There's
picture.
no hearing on Sesame Street. There's so many times of him being around children.
Listen to this.
In both Adams and Cottom's interviews with the music mogul, PR reps kept a close eye on the interview and always steered the conversations back to Combs' successful business ventures. Cottom says Combs sounded like a child, describing himself as young and sexy despite being a 51-year-old father of 6. Cottom says her profile centered around Combs' rebrand to Love, which Cottom now calls a psychopath move to get ahead of the allegations he knew were coming.
Oh, fuck out of here.
Please join us.
So they said the man started calling himself Love to get out the allegation that was coming. Oh my God. Come on, man. Come on. I just think there's a lot of shit that's on Diddy that just ain't true, bro. I mean, some of this shit ain't true, bro. You go to a party, and I'm gonna put this in the same scenario again for y'all. You go to a party, and this is P. Diddy party for the 90s. You get what I'm saying? P. Diddy does his thing. You know what I mean? P. Diddy does his thing, and Diddy having his way. You know what I mean? And because Diddy's having his way and doing his thing, you want to go to a Diddy white party. It's plenty of people that's going to say, man, it was plenty of celebs say, yo, you got the party, so everybody, and you got the after party. And again, I stand on this. If you want to go to the after party, after dark, 3, 4 in the morning, you want to go to an after party. When you go to an after party, 3, 4 in the morning, niggas is doing drugs and having sex. Ain't nothing else going on, bro. I don't know why people try to fake it till you make it, bro. When you like, come on, bro. Like you can't tell somebody, oh shit, yo, we went to the party and the party was over at 2, but they had an after party. Okay, what you go to the after party for? We know what an after party's for. It's called after the party. After the party. After the party. What we doing after the party? Just they ain't at IHOP, and you were a multi-million-dollar celebrities. Girls, women going in that situation, trying to get themselves a bag and a boyfriend and some private school money for their kids. Dudes going in that joint, trying to get some pussy, trying to link up, you know what I mean? Trying to do whatever they doing. Everybody got their agenda. When you sitting in this party, everybody sniffing coke. And you don't want to feel like an oddball, so you do coke. That's your fucking foolishness, bro. If you go to the after party and you ain't bring your own drinks and you hitting niggas drinks that you don't know, that's your fault. You want to say, oh, this man's a crazy motherfucker. They gave me a drink and they spiked my drink. No, you was thirsty, bro. You was thirsty. And the nigga gave you what you was looking for. I mean, then your mother teach you don't drink out everybody's cup. I know your mother taught you that. Don't be drinking out bottles at the people. No. And I'll be damn sure if I ain't going to no after party without my own drugs and drinks. Man, I do that since a little boy. Oh, nah, nigga, we going to this party, but we gonna grab all our drink. Niggas already got a man on top of it, yo. Get a 5th of Henny, 5th of Hypnotic, yo. Grab the blunts and grab the weed before we go in this motherfucker. And we guarding our shit. Oh, it's... And calling me shit, bro. Like, what the... You know what I mean? I never been nowhere where as though I ain't had my own thing going. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been nowhere where I ain't had my own thing going, bro. I take all my shit. I ain't a girl. You feel what I'm saying? Girls go smoke niggas weed up and drink. That's why it's all them victims. They go smoke weed and drink out of bottles and put smiles on their face like they just trust people. You know what I'm saying? Females are famous for that. Y'all always want to act like you trust somebody. That's your fault. Get what you're looking for when you in and out of every reefer crowd. When you hitting everybody Don Julio. When you just, hey, go to cop, smiling. Shorty, you can get got. Like, we thought we care about you? You thought we care about you? We care about you having a good drink? No, we care about what's below your belt. That's what I'm saying. So how you going somewhere and you ain't even got the proper tools to protect yourself? Hell no, bro. You don't go in nobody's basement, yo, in no mansion, yo, no 3, 4 in the morning to a club that's underground and think that you ain't gonna get tried. Like, come on. Come on, bro. That's like niggas telling you, yo, we about to go out rob after this, yo, we going out looking for niggas, and you get in the car and acting like now you saying I ain't know what them niggas was gonna do. Nigga, we said we was gonna go looking for niggas. Somebody got killed. Now you doing it. Like I said, I believe that this man P. Diddy got some things going on beyond us. I believe some women went to some of these parties and some women may have been violated. Was that Diddy fault in my eyes? No. You get what I'm saying? Should a woman be violated? No. But you should watch where you should watch what situation you put yourself in. You should use your brain sometimes. Sometimes everybody ain't trustworthy, bro. Like, ain't no motherfucking way. And I just cannot believe that you're going to a P. Diddy party with all these celebs and not expecting nothing, expecting to be picked. And I want to know how many of those women had boyfriends at home or had significant others that was going to these after parties. Like, come on, man. Like, come on. You come home with your little coochie swelled up because you done got cracked by 30 niggas in one party and you don't remember nothing. Like, who fault is that? Who fault is that? Who bad memory is that? You created yourself on that, and nobody's not going to tell me that, bro. When you walk into rooms of people that you don't know, you're going to get got. You know, I miss people say, he promised me a record deal. Like, come on. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Here go the recap in court today with my man Diddy. It's the recap with the boy Diddy in court. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all, recap. They say the boy Diddy came in court smiling, blowing kisses at his mother. You know what I mean? Hey, it's gonna be hard for him. I hope this don't turn sour. I just don't think all this shit is actual. I just don't, bro. I just don't. I believe that some people, bro, was in on this shit, bro. And I'm not talking about celebs and shit. Some people went down there to party, went down there looking for a deal, went down there to fuck, went down there to participate in homosexual activities. People went down there to do what they like to do. I'm a realist. I'm a real person. So I be like, yo, nah, I ain't going for that. I don't believe you. I look a person in their motherfucking face and tell them, I don't believe you. You ain't ready to tell me you went over that motherfucker and you ain't think nothing was going to happen. Stop playing. Just tell the truth. Went over there and thought you was going to meet a boyfriend or meet somebody. Tell the truth. The truth to set you free, bro. No, I went to Diddy party. I thought I was out there thinking I was going to get something, and I got what I wasn't looking for. Now, when people tell me that, then you got a case. But until then, come on, man. Come on, man. There we go. Boy was in court today. Diddy was in court today. Here we go. Like, come on, man. Y'all stop putting yourself in predicaments. Stop putting yourself in predicaments. Stop trusting every fucking body.
This was Combs' first appearance before the new judge assigned to his case, and he had his 3 attorneys with him.
All right, joining us now live is Court TV senior
this
producer
happened today.
Manuela Grinberg. She was inside that courtroom today in federal court for that hearing. All right, Manuela, what were some of the key takeaways from today?
Hey, Michael and Ashley. The main takeaways we got today was now we have a tentative trial date.
Yes.
May 5th, 2025. This
May 5th, 2025. Everybody knew that.
Combs' defense was very adamant about. They did not want to waive his speedy trial rights.
That's good.
They are proceeding on a path towards May 5th, 2025 trial date. Also heard from the government saying that their investigation continues and that they may actually file a superseding indictment.
Yeah.
That means more potential charges.
Yeah,
so
superseding
really
indictment.
To see what happens in the next couple of weeks as
a superseding indictment coming on Diddy, y'all. A superseding indictment. A superseding indictment. What that means is that they're bringing up new charges. They bringing up new charges against you. You get what I'm saying? Adding on to the case. So usually, and from my understanding, when they bring a superseding indictment, that means that everything they got is just not rock solid, like we all know. It's just not rock solid.
Combs and of himself earlier this year. And so really it was just a status update on where things are and what other requests the parties have at this point.
Emanuela, Pdiddy Combs, come on, everybody knows who that is. Tell us about that atmosphere. Yes, it's federal court. It's more formal, a lot of rules like no TV, no media in the courtroom. But having said that, who all was there? Who was watching?
His kids, his family.
How did he react to his family? All of that.
Yes, I mean, this time, he had 2 rows of family there. And in this case, last time, at his bond hearings, his sons were present. This time, his daughter. Just after he'd been arrested. He seems a little shell-shocked, I guess, for lack of a better word. But this time he came to the courtroom, he saw his family in the rows. He smiled, very big. He waved at them.
Big smile. Yay, Diddy.
He sat down. He waved at them again. So it was a really surreal experience. It's always humbling. It's always interesting to see these stars in court. They humble themselves. It's a way we're not used to seeing them. And so, especially not used to seeing Sean Diddy Combs getting excited over seeing his family while he is dressed in a 2-piece jail-issued outfit.
All right, Emanuela, thank you so much for that report. Truly appreciate it. And speaking to that point of seeing him in that way, I remember seeing a quote from Sean Diddy Combs that he said he never wore the same clothes twice.
Oh, and now every day, same thing.
Wow.
Isn't that so?
Wow.
He is smiling and glad to see his family. And you heard initially reports of he's on suicide watch, and then they said no, anybody at this level of famous is on suicide watch. But to hear that demeanor is a little surprising.
Yeah, and you know what really is interesting? One of his new attorneys is Sam Bankman-Fried's attorneys, or Friedman's attorneys. Now, he's the guy who was involved in that crypto whole sort of shebang. And, it shows that these guys, they were off in a different part of the jail together. Yes. So they got to talking, and he said, you know what, I got a good lawyer for you.
Use this one. That's exactly what happens. All right, Emanuela Grinberg, great job there in federal court. We now want to bring in and get comments from trial attorney Krista Ramey, still with us. Thanks for sticking around to be on with both of us. Tell us your thoughts as you heard her report about what happened inside that federal courtroom today.
So I think it's pretty smart that the defense is not waiving their speedy trial rights. I think that there is overwhelming.
They shouldn't waive their speedy trial rights.
The government is still, I think, trying to decrypt a lot of the terabytes of information that it received from all of P. Diddy's devices. So the government is going to be kind of rushing a little bit. I understand that they're still getting subpoenas are being responded to still. So they don't even have all their evidence together yet. And so demanding a speedy trial really is going to force the government to get their act together really fast and not have that additional time. But I think that the government was also smart in not overcomplicating this case by making it much bigger than it needed to be. Like, for instance, what happened down in, y'all's neck of the woods in Atlanta with the YSL RICO trial that's going on. So, you've got a much simpler
RICO shit surge.
14 pages long, really one identifiable victim, but I think there's probably others that are contained within it.
Like this video, y'all. Share this video.
May date 6.
Rod don't podcast vlogs, man.
It's probably going to get continued, I would think, because there's just, that would automatically cause that to happen.
Yes.
Yeah, that takes me to my next question. Krista, we heard from Emanuela that there could be these superseding indictments
that's
filed.
superseding indictment coming.
What do you expect those to be, and what effect will it have on the possibility that this trial may go in May of next year?
Well, I think that the superseding indictments, I don't know if they'll necessarily be new charges against P. Diddy, maybe, or maybe more identifiable victims, but I think that you're also going to maybe potentially see some co-conspirators that are identified that played a significant role in this vast conspiracy that's taken place over the course of the last 30 years. So, with other defendants involved, that can also, Sean Combs will be in less control over when this trial goes and how it plays out.
Well, let's talk
That's the trick the government might do.
I mean, generally, they don't bring a case until they have their ducks in a row and the evidence ready to go. And so I have to believe that, yes, some of those things might cause delays, and it's a great defense team. But I also think the feds are well prepared with evidence on hand to proceed against him.
Yeah. They took their time on this. when you think about the timeline here, that Cassie lawsuit was filed last November, and then the raids were in March. During that whole time, you've got to imagine that there is some pretty intense investigation that's going on in order to get search warrants that happen at the same time in 2 different houses and 2 different coasts. So by March, they already had a lot of information that many people, myself included, that was sealed at that time. Of course, that wasn't true. And they got more information, obviously from his 2 homes. So, no, you're right, Ashley. The feds don't play, and they've taken a long time to get to this point. And they're not, having lots of press conferences running at the mouth either. They're going to let the indictment and then their work speak.
Yeah. It's game day, Raising Cane's.
So basically, today, Diddy was back in court. His defense is asking for a speedy trial, which I don't know, the feds play a game, and they offering saying they're going to supersede, indict him again. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. Superseding, they adding more charges or adding co-defendants, but that might be a way for them to get away with not taking the trial as early as 6 or 7 months down the line. It usually take a little bit longer. They was predicting that the trial may start in 2026. And Diddy, you know what I mean? Then they had a little joke. They tried to slide the boy Diddy. Said he never wore the same clothes twice. Now he in the jumpsuit. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a little tough on Diddy. But so FBG Duck, mother, is filing a lawsuit against Little Durk, right? And Little Durk and the King Von estate for the death of her son. You know what I mean? Like, oh man. Oh, man, here we go. She makes a big announcement. What she doing? She going for the silver suit.
A rapper from Chicago accountable in the killing of another artist in 2020.
The complaint also accuses the city of Chicago of willful misconduct. Tia Ewing read through the court filing and joins us now to break it all down for us.
Well, there is a lot to break down, Sylvia and Terrence, because this lawsuit is 229 pages. FBG Duck, also known as Carlton Weekly, was killed August of 2020 outside Dolce & Gabbana on the Gold Coast. His mother is now suing rapper Lil Durk, the estate of late rapper King Von, record labels, and several other music companies. The word profit is used 102 times in the suit, claiming the music companies threw money behind rapper Lil Durk and King Von because it made them even more money by keeping the 2 gang feuds going. FBG Duck was an alleged member of the Flyboy gang, and Lil Durk and King Von were allegedly part of the gang known as the Family. The 2 groups would put out diss tracks, increasing their popularity. It's also believed members were signed to music deals based on how they lived in the gang. On page 2 of the lawsuit, it shows this image from an album released back in 2019 by Only the Family, along with Alamo Records, Sony Music, and Interscope Records. Lawyers from Dinazulu Law Group says the chart reinforces the organized nature of the gang.
We have laid out in our complaint, time and time again, numerous individuals associated and signed to these labels that were engaged in dangerous, violent activity, which led to August 4th, 2020.
It has been a long road, but there's finally light at the end of the tunnel. My son deserves better. So does his children.
The lawsuit also accuses the city of Chicago of willful misconduct, claiming that police and emergency services failed to promptly aid FBG Duck because he was alive in the street for more than 17 minutes without any medical help. The store Weekly was shopping at Dolce & Gabbana, and its security firms are also being sued for negligence. I did reach out to Lil Durk's legal team. Right now, they are not commenting on this civil lawsuit. Taryn?
So what y'all think? Do y'all think his mother's gonna win that lawsuit against Durk and them and King Von estate? She might. Durk and them might go for the settle out of court. FBG mother's been in the limelight ever since the death of her son. And, I can't lie to you, man. A mother is going to love their child unconditionally. A mother love is just unconditionally. And a mother going to take it as far as she could possibly go about her child. So I can't knock FBG mother FBG Duck mother for what she doing. You get what I'm saying? Because that's a mother, and it ain't, you know, she not in the streets, and you know, mothers gonna do what they gotta do. But you know, the boy been gone for 4 years, and I guess she feel like, you know, they struggling. His kids struggling. You know, the labels and all this, and I think she gonna get something out of it. Cause I mean, you know, it's a lot. Dirt, you know, took a shahada. He been heavy in Islam. He been putting out good music, man. He really been out the limelight. He really just been really getting his boss on. So it's something like this. Listen, man, this lady wants some change to go ahead and be able to pay her lawyers and get something. I guess move out Chicago, take care of grandkids. You know what I mean? Let's just figure something out and just get this out of the way, man. Get this out the public eye. Hopefully reunite with the lady, do something in the public, man, and keep it down. You know what I'm saying? That's a gentleman's move. You know what I mean? Even though, you know, he gone, it's over with, man. I'm up in the sky. Let me go make amends with this lady and get this lady a peace of mind, man. Settle out of court, man, and do something better for the future of Chicago. You know what I mean? I think that's the approach that I would take if I was in dirt situation with the lawyers and everybody. Let's just get something going on. Let's just try to help this lady out. And let's just move on. Let's just move on. This lady out there and just, you know, let's just rock out. So that's just how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about it. You know, I feel like, you know, I just feel like she fucked up, bro. Meaning that financially, and she missed her son, and her son was like the breadwinner of the family, and she just fighting for her just due, whatever that may be. Some people may feel as though FBG mother, Duck mother is wrong, but hey, like I said, it's a lot of people that got mothers that's gonna go above and beyond. It's a lot of people, and there's nothing wrong for your mother or your father or your siblings or your significant other or your brother or your crew going hard for you, but your mother gonna go hard for you in a different way. And she's been beefing with, you know, Charleston White. She's been yacking back and forth with everybody. Things that happen. She done lost all of her sons, from my understanding, and I don't know, man. The lady just got a lot of pain, and you know, I just hope that this thing could get settled, and his mother and Dirt in them and J-Man and all the people that said they want the peace in the streets in Chicago could get it together, and also, you know, get Larry Hoover home, man. Maybe he can get a lot of things understood and get it back underway, man, and they could just rebuild Chicago. Now, man, and those dudes could still have their territory and still have their cliques, but they just start if everybody from every neighborhood just start doing something positive and start worrying about the past so much, because I know a lot of that gang violence out Chicago could never die. You know what I'm saying? But man, dudes is going to jail. Muwap and them going to jail for the rest of their life, and people going to keep dying. So if they could change the narrative by settling out of court with Duck Mother, doing some things for Chicago, giving back to both sides of the hood, and man, you know, I think that's a good thing for the culture. That's a good thing for our people, and that's a good thing for the community in Chicago. So I'm cheering for that. You know, I don't know how a lawsuit going to turn out, but I think that dude's going to settle out of court, and they could potentially go to court, and she could lose. You know what I mean? Dirk could be like, I didn't have nothing to do with that. Why you suing me? King Von Estates, you're like, man, he didn't do it. Like, why they suing them? So it can go both ways. She could lose this, but I don't know, man. I don't know. So my man, you know what? My favorite people in the world, man, it's the Rockefeller boys, man. You know what I'm saying? I grew up off the rock. You know, jAYZ, one of my favorite people. So the boy jAYZ, they been saying Jay and B been keeping real quiet. They say jAYZ and Beyonce been keeping it real, real quiet. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, what's his name? P.Morgan apologized to jAYZ and Beyonce after the Jaguar Wright interview, and jAYZ and then filed the cease to desist against P.Morgan for what Jaguar Wright said on his platform, which got millions of views. So Jay has spoke up, because now you putting people out there implicating me in crimes and doing shit like that, which is crazy. You know what I mean? But here it is. Here it is right here. And if you don't know who P.Morgan is, he's a guy that he's one of those, you know, foreigners that's a journalist. And, you know, he's got a popular platform, and he does a lot of in-depth, serious interviews.
His lawyers contacted him and that Wright's claims were totally false and have no basis in fact.
And that's the thing about platforms. The reality of the modern world is that pretty much everyone has a platform as long as there's something to say that other people want to hear.
Morgan told his audience, "That's why we invited Wright on to be interviewed. The people making these claims have an audience with or without shows like mine."
Well, Daniel Wright unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyonce during that interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves.
Right.
But now they have.
He continued, "We had lawyers contact us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview." Morgan concluded his message with a direct apology.
Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored. But, like the proverbial cries of fire in a crowded theatre, there are legal limits on us too. And we apologise to Jay-Z and Beyonce.
For more on the story, head to thr.com.
Yeah.
And for the latest entertainment news
Yeah.
and updates, keep watching the Hollywood Reporter.
There we go.
News.
Now, what y'all say about Jay-Z? That white boy don't apologize to nobody. He apologized to motherfucking Jay-Z. You know what I mean? He apologized to Jay-Z because Jay-Z don't really play like that. Jay-Z don't play like that. Jay-Z don't play like that, bro. And his attorney got on his ass. Because Jaguar Wright said some ignorant shit about Jay-Z, bro. Jaguar Wright said some real troubling shit about Jay-Z and his wife, man. They got kids, bro. Them people big celebrities, bro. They ain't got time to be playing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And this is what Beyonce lawyer had to say. Their lawyer coming out. They not doing no plan, bro. And that's what you do. You know what I mean? These are serious allegations against Puff, bro. And they trying to just be putting people in there saying this person had something to do with it. That person had something to do with it. Nah, fuck no. Don't put my name in nothing. You know what I mean? Don't put my name in nothing. I'm coming for you. And you know Jay-Z's a real smart guy and a strategic guy, bro. Like, this doesn't have nothing to do with him, bro. Like, it doesn't have nothing to do with me. Why y'all keep wanting me in it? You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that. You know what I mean? And it's like media want Jay-Z in it. This girl Jaguar Wright want Jay-Z to go down so bad, bro. Like, why do you hate? Why do you hate this man so much? You know what I mean? Why do you hate this man so much? I don't know.
Somebody comes on a show and then kind of levels these vague-ish allegations. Were you kind of ready for something like this to eventually happen?
Listen, there's rumors and then there's nonsense, and this is one step further, right? This is a pointed and formal accusation of something. I felt it needed to be responded to. So I think somebody reported it was a cease and desist. It wasn't that. It was quite bluntly an ultimatum, which is remove that false accusation that's demonstrably false, or a court's going to order you to. And so I think he made the wise choice.
That's right, Jay-Z.
Accordingly. He meaning P.Morgan.
Removing
P.Morgan. His name's not Paris. It's P.Morgan. Excuse me.
In my mind,
P.Morgan.
Somebody on a so-called journalistic platform exploited that kind of random rumor mill,
Right.
whether it's
Exactly.
disconnected from reality or what have you, and lifted it up.
Right.
And by doing that, you know, they not only caused harm here, but they are also droning out the voices of real victims. And by doing that to get clicks, he didn't just harm the Carters. What he did effectively was to drone out the voices of actual victims in an ongoing case, in an ongoing investigation. And
That's right.
That was too much for me.
Are you in the process of making sure that it is taken down everywhere?
What I am here to say is that in a situation as serious as this, somebody who puts themselves out as a journalist should not effectively take advantage of the situation and exploit somebody in this way.
Right.
And so that's the real reason for action.
Does it strike you a little bit that there's been a lot of silence in Hollywood in the wake of all of this?
Well, as to the Carters, you know, I can tell you that when they put their foot down on something as they did here, you know, they are sending a message. And if they can't stand up and make sure right from wrong, then who can? I've always believed that the truth will come out in courtrooms, and I'm sure the truth will come out here.
Hey, you can't knock it. You know what I mean? Jay-Z and Beyonce ain't got no time for that. Jay-Z and Beyonce ain't got no time for that, for people to be putting their name in it. And Jaguar Wright off the chain, bro. I don't know what Jay-Z did to her. He might have cracked and forgot about it. And she might think that she's supposed to be Beyonce. But like, well, you know what I mean? Like, this is out of order. And like I said, I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's false. I'm saying I don't know. I'm just telling you what I believe and don't believe. I just don't believe them people was involved in all that. I don't believe that Diddy is guilty of everything that they saying they was doing. What Diddy had going on with Cassie and what Diddy putting his hands on his baby mother, his kids' mothers, and getting and shit like that. We might got a problem right there, but he ain't being charged with that. He's really being charged for people coming to his parties and engaging in stuff. You get what I'm saying? And then acting like they wasn't down with it. And now there's some money being floated around because I settled out of court. Now everybody coming for me. And not only is everybody coming for me, you got some people like Jaguar Wright is on TV saying, you know, the Epsteins and Diddy now. She like, it's one more person. Kelly now is one more person. And that's Jay-Z. I mean, I'm like, yo, for Diddy, Jay-Z, and R. Kelly, what you ran across these dudes and they didn't give you what you want? You know what I'm saying? You not in the lawsuit. You claiming all this stuff happened. You ain't suing them. You get what I'm saying? You ain't never sued them. So, like, I don't understand. So, Jay-Z and Beyonce did the right thing. When Paris, you know what I mean, put out that video, video with Vlad TV, Jaguar Wright, and that other lawyer lady on there. I don't know her name. And Jaguar Wright was saying Jay-Z and Beyonce were dirty people and this and that, and was allowed to say that. That's a defamation of character right there. You get what I'm saying? And I know Jay-Z's a billionaire and his wife not too far from him. They got their lawyers on top of that. And that white boy got on the internet and he apologized. He apologized for doing that because he know that that girl was off the hook, and he know that that could be damaging with the media. This ain't like they was in the public dancing and hanging out doing this in the public eye and you caught it. Nah, man, you got somebody on there is saying some wild stuff, accusing somebody of sex trafficking, accusing somebody of dealing with kids. These are serious allegations, and Jay-Z does not come off as a guy or a person that will be getting caught up in the shit that Diddy getting caught up in. They two different people. It's two different walks of life. It's two different styles. It's two different ways of moving. And I believe if you can get Jay-Z on a lot of shit, it's not going to be no sex type shit. You get what I'm saying? No sex and dealing with no kids. Them boys, him and them Rockefeller boys, I don't believe that they play like that. And I don't believe that Diddy was doing nothing with no kids, bro. I don't believe that all that with Usher and Justin Bieber being around. I'm a guy, when I was young, I hung around older guys. And older guys introduce you to some stuff that your mother and father might approve of. But you not disapproving of, because that's a part of growing up and that's a part of being a young man, hanging in an older group. They into certain things, whether it's good or bad, but you young and you know what I'm saying, you rebelling against your family and you feel like your mother and father don't know what they talking about. But this is the guys just hanging out, and the guys know, you feel like in your heart that the guys know what's going on. You get what I'm saying? So we all, you know, been in that situation. You get what I'm saying? So I just, you know, come on, man. Come on, man. And then she said she was, when in that interview with Morgan, she said that she was a sex worker before, and this is how she knows that. And she never said that she was forced into being a sex worker. She said she was a sex worker before she was in the music industry. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, it's just a lot of stuff. And then I looked on her face when I just looked at her when she was doing the interview and was like, yo, this is crazy. This is really crazy. Like, this is bananas. Jaguar Wright is truly insane. And some of the stuff she said, and she in the media is having a field day with her because the stories are just running views up. And I hope she getting paid for these interviews. Now, I mean, I hope she eating off of this because she's saying it's threats on her life. It's a $500,000 bounty on her head, all this stuff. But, you know, some things can happen to you when you're accusing people in powerful places of allegation that could potentially not be true. And like I said, Jay-Z is a hood dude, bro. He came up in the streets of Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? He got his money the hard way. He not a Diddy dude that went to college and was doing all this and that and just partying and all that type shit. They two different type of dudes. He's not an R. Kelly dude, bro. They not a dude running around with, you know, slacks and talking about 12 play. You get what I'm saying? And his whole thing is about women. You get what I'm saying? If you listen to jAYZ lyrics, bro, you know, dude ain't really entertaining that. You know, since I start listening to jAYZ, he was always just talking business and big money. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't always a party, you know what I'm saying? Later on in Jay's career, he was making hit records and party records. But when you listen to a whole jAYZ album, it wasn't a party album. It wasn't like a Diddy album. You know what I mean? It wasn't a Shiny Suit album. It was SUES songs. Timberlands, Snow on Timberlands, and Rockefeller, you know, flight jackets and Scullies. You know what I mean? It wasn't Shiny Shoots in that. So that's two different lifestyles. So for all the people that's out here really just hating on jAYZ and his wife, man, y'all wrong, man. And again, like I said, everything that they accused Diddy of, I don't believe it happened. I truly don't believe it. I don't believe it. You get what I'm saying? I don't believe it. The stuff with Kasky and the domestic violence and, you know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's a toss-up. You get what I'm saying? We seen what happened to Cassie. We know that's facts. So the man might be caught up into something, but yeah. I just don't believe it's all that. But like I said, when everybody knows when he kicked that first bag out of 30 million, you had a lot of people just feel like they got fucked over. So now they ready to just say whatever they want to say. They felt like, hey, you know, this happened to me that night, and I really didn't like it because them niggas ain't give me the money they say was gonna give me or do what they say they was gonna do. So now this is my get back. A lot of people are vindictive. A lot of people are very, very vindictive. Very, very vindictive. A lot of people are very, very vindictive. And I believe, you know, a lot of people that's coming out against Puff of addictive people, thirsty people that's down on their luck. And they counting on these settlements out of court. You know, the 300,000-400,000, a couple millions. You get what I'm saying? They looking for that. And, you know, sad to say, 90% of those people that's going to receive be confiscated. 80% of them are liars, and 80% of them going to blow all the money. You know what I mean? Because if somebody violated you and really disrespected you, bro, you ain't looking for no money. You know what I'm saying? You looking for revenge, bro. Like, come on, man. I don't know. When you get violated and disrespected, and the first thing you thinking about is suing somebody, that ain't what's on my mind. What is a silver suit going to help your pain and agony? That's greed. You know what I mean? I can see if you file charges and then a silver suit because you missed work and you mentally messed up, but you just filing a silver suit years later. And none of this shit just happened yesterday. So it's a lot of this shit just old. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I got for y'all today, man. Diddy was in court today. He going to court May the 25th, 2025, but y'all probably gonna see him still making court appearances as time. That's a trial date set, so it'll still be shit revealed, and they trying to supersede indict him. FBG Duck mother is in court filing a lawsuit against Lord Durk and the King Von estate for, you know, the death of her son. We don't know if she gonna win or lose, but Silver Court is very, very different from, you know, the court of law. So they could use a lot of different shit that the courts wouldn't use, vice versa. And jAYZ and Beyonce got their lawyers on top of P.Morgan, man. I can't say his name. Parents, you know what I mean? Whatever his name is. You know, with that show with Jaguar Wright was on there, they got that. They said it wasn't. The lawyer just said on TMZ it wasn't a cease and desist. They just told the man, take that out because she's disrespecting us, or we coming for you, or the court's gonna make you take it out. And he did the right thing. He took that out and he apologized to jAYZ. But man, hit that like button, man. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button right now, man. 12 people in the comment. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, man. Buy some merch right there. Become a members only. Become a member right now. I got 12 people in there. Can I get a super chat? Can I get a super chat right now? Somebody become a member right now. Somebody become a member right now. Become a member of the Raw Dope Podcast. If you don't want to become a member today, that's cool, man. Just become a subscriber. Subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. Trying to get the 5K. Subscribe to the channel. We on our way to 5K. Let me get 10 likes. I ain't being greedy. There's 11 people right here. Let me get 10 likes. Let me get 10 likes, man. Let me get 10 likes, man. I get 15 likes, man. We're going to go on at 12, man, with the Yo Gotti story, man. I got a whole Yo Gotti story, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yo Gotti got juke hit, and this is why. You know what I mean? We get the likes. We get people in there subscribing to the channel. You know what I mean? Whatever. Subscribing to the channel. You know, I don't know why y'all comments wasn't popping up. I've been feeling like some of the suits based off of someone else attendance of the party, sort of like dudes hoping on people, cases in jail, King Hazy, yo, peace, what up? My bag, I clicked in and started doing what I was doing. I agree, hand, men lie, women lies, them don't ain't never heard of no ODs. Yes, that's a fact, man. And I thank everybody that was commenting, man. Yo, Ball Out, what's good, Ball Out, man? What's good, Ball Out tapping in. 8:23 p.m. Ball Out tapping in. Ready to get up out of here, though, Ball Out. But listen, man, like I said, man, go back and watch this video. Share this video. Hey, man, I appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. You know, hit that notification button, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, man. Leave a comment, man. I'm trying to get back in the algorithm. I'm going to be tapping in more with more of my vlogs, man. Season 6 is coming. More lit interviews. You know, that's what I'm known for. I'm known for my great interviews in the hip-hop community in Baltimore. So, you know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that is working. You know what I'm saying? In the city, and everybody be supporting. Hey, Ball Out, you always support me. I appreciate you 100%, my brother. You know what I mean? If you want to know what Raw Dope stands for the rawest and dopest interviews on the planet. And Al Miranda writes is no fuck shit, no fake shit, no foolishness. Anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet. And we based out of Baltimore City. You know what I mean? We cover a lot of Baltimore City hip-hop, a lot of DMV artists. We want to lock in with season 6, Philly artists, New Jersey artists that's just like close to the, you know, Baltimore that you can get here in one day, even if you flying out. Fuck with the Detroit crowd too. Shout out to Detroit. You know what I mean? Shout out to the whole DMV, New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Chester, PA, Camden, New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey, New York, all 5 boroughs, Albany, New York was good, Buffalo. My niggas up in Syracuse, New York, what up? Syracuse, what's up? North Carolina, what's happening? South Carolina, Georgia, Duval, Cacalax, bro. Shout out to my Jacksonville niggas, Tampa niggas, Miami niggas, Dade County niggas. Shout out to Denver, Colorado, Kansas, you know what I mean? Milwaukee, you know what I mean? What up? Dudes down out in Kentucky, shout out to you. Man, free my man Murdoch, Greenville, North Carolina, stand up. Cousin Weezy, you know what I mean? My little brother Perk, free Clebo, free the guys, man. You know, free the guys, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe. I'm trying to get 10 new subscribers. 10, you know, some super chat members, man. Got some videos over there y'all can check. I'm going to start putting these dope videos up for 72 hours and then start putting them in my members only. So you're going to have to go check out because you're going to check out that exclusive comment. But again, man, no fuck shit, no fake shit, no foolishness. Anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet. Raw Dope Podcast.